maybe. Mr. Shelby, Jesus. Let me know if you can hear us, see us, any of that crap. We don't do this often enough, so we're not sure what we're doing.
Hold on, it says waiting for Central Michigan Bigfoot. Okay, maybe not. There we go. There we are.
Okay, where am I? This is not working. I can't see the chat.
There we go. We're good.
Well, where are you good? Because I can't find it.
Where are you?
That looks all blurry and crappy up there.
No, it looks really good, actually.
Are we here now? This can be so frustrating, guys. It really can. Alright, Ike Attitude, I Sue. Really? We were right in the middle of a live, dumbass. And he knew it. Hi, Lou. Hi, Megadesi. Glad you made it. We'll give some more people a chance to show up, hopefully. Yeah, my screen's really, really small, though, so it's whack, but at least I can read the chat.
You can go this way, too. Turn your phone.
I guess that helps a little bit.
Thanks, Catitude. The final day of Westminster is today, so yeah. Today dogs rule. Sorry, cats. Sorry, my kitties.
Can you guys see how gorgeous it is here, finally? It's like spring, summer, almost 70 degrees, blue skies.
No rain in sight.
Yeah, but I needed it.
You betcha.
Definitely needed nice weather.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite quiet. There's a lot of
birds.
well, there's a lot of weekender people around too. So surprisingly, it's quite quiet at the moment.
The blue jay is very angry at somebody. I don't know who. But, and so is Angel.
And I might have to go let the little pudge pop out.
Yeah, she's really not into us leaving now, especially since being gone so much last week. She's not having it.
Yep, I am going to go get little Angel.
Little being a relative term. Thanks. No more rain and thunderstorms here if we could. Not for a while anyway. There's the pudge. There's our bouncy pudge. I just wanted to come out where I could see you guys.
Had to be near us.
Yeah. Okay, now I can see. I'm going to lay down. She's doing fabulous. And we got good news. I took Onyx into the vet yesterday, and Onyx's sugar was down to 239. They wanted to get him under 300, and she said under 250 would be even better, but, we'll take what we can get. And he is absolutely bang on where he's supposed to be, and that's awesome.
It took over 2 months to get it right, but it's fantastic. And he's acting fine, doing fine. He's gained weight. He's 15 pounds plus again.
Yes.
All the way down from 11 something he was.
He was 11 pounds even when we took him in. So he's gained back almost 4 pounds.
And Shelby's doing okay. Shelby's had the mouth ulcer thing. We didn't talk too much about it, but he was bleeding from the mouth, and of course we thought the worst, that it was going to be dental cancer or something like that, and it turns out it was just canker sores, right?
Yeah, some cats just all of a sudden, and she says it'll happen in older cats, and all of a sudden they just get like an autoimmune thing where their mouth just starts breaking out in sores. We have to keep him monitored and make sure that he's still eating and make sure everything's good, because he could go right back to where he was, but
He's doing better. Can you guys hear us okay?
oh yeah, here comes Shelby to show off how great he looks.
And here comes little Pudge.
Yeah, he's got blood dripping from his mouth.
I see that.
He was eating grass again, and when he eats grass, it chews up his tongue. Stupid.
Gross.
Gross. And stupid.
They gave him a steroid shot, right?
Yes.
Shelby. Well, yeah, he was just, whatever he just did, he just had gooey blood dripping out of his mouth again.
It's mostly just drool, but you know how it is when you get like one little drop of blood in your mouth from something, and it just, yeah. But it
Here,
looks
hold my phone
terrible.
for a second. Or should I pick her up? I don't think I should pick her up.
You should not be picking her up.
I can't even pick up Princess Pudge because she's
Too heavy.
10 pounds over my weight limit.
Well, she's doing a wander, so we're gonna let her just do her.
Can you
wander.
see her behind me now? Kinda.
She's doing a roll.
She's doing really well, guys. She can walk. I never thought she'd walk so good again. Actually,
She runs.
Yeah, short little burst, but
Better than I ever thought she'd be. Pudge Pop.
yeah, wipe that shit off, Shelby. Damn. We got a little bit of a breeze, so hopefully that's not going to screw us up too much here. If anybody is wondering, nothing at all has been going on next door with Art's house. I haven't even seen anybody there, although I wasn't there for 4 days. But nobody's been there, and nothing's going on. So
Nope.
and we're okay with that. They can leave it standing just like that. Then we don't got to look at nothing beyond that. So she is really cute. I really thought she'd lose more weight to be more active, but she kind of seems to have turned it into muscle.
Yeah, I mean, when you squeeze her now, it's not whoosh, you're solid. We're solid.
She's doing well, guys. I have no regrets for bringing her home and giving her a better life.
She's so cute.
And yes, she's adorable. Totally adorable.
You're a good girl. You know you're a good girl.
So we're taking...
Ding.
Sure will, Lou. She gets lots of those, actually. Kisses and hugs and
Oh, yes. Yes, she
we were
does.
taking this advantage of today of... I have a doctor's appointment with the cancer doctor tomorrow in the morning, so we're just going to take advantage of this beautiful day and enjoy today for what it is and not worry about anything right now. It's just crazy to have something like that happen. And you get thrown on the spot. We went to the regular hospital just thinking maybe I had high blood pressure or something odd like that, whatever. Nope, that wasn't it. Then they sent me to
Well, they were doing tests on him because they thought that he possibly had a stroke.
yep. And the symptoms fit. And then decided to send me to the other hospital, hour farther away. And then the next thing I know, I'm sitting on a table. I had already signed the consent, crying, going, do I even want to do this? But I was told, what was the timeline they gave me if I didn't do anything?
6 weeks to 3 months.
So it's like, yeah, there's no choice in that decision. It's do what you got to do, but they knocked me out right in the middle of like babbling, like, do I really want to do this? And it's crazy. And then obviously anybody that's ever been under, to me, I haven't been under, but like 3 times. That was probably the 3rd time in my life I've ever been knocked out. So it's just the freakiest thing. Then you wake up and I had no idea they were going to do the level of surgery that they did either. So that freaked me out even more when I finally realized what the hell they did. So now we just have to wait and see what is it oncologist, right?
It's the neurosurgeon that did your surgery.
Yes, but the person that reads the results is an oncologist.
I would assume so. I don't know
But either
for
way,
sure.
so we'll find out what the plan is tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah.
Appreciate all the support. Oh no, I'm buffering.
12 times in 8 months. No,
Wow.
thank you. But yeah, he was knocked out, and I was pacing a hole in the wall in the waiting room, basically.
I might have to be knocked out again tomorrow. I don't know, or the very minimum, I would imagine maybe an MRI again tomorrow.
I don't know that he's got that in the office though.
I don't know. We don't even know really where we're going tomorrow. The only good thing about this to us, because of where we live, we don't normally get to have Wendy's, Taco Bell, Burger King, anything like that. It's a special treat for us.
No,
So
you guys, I am telling you, if they had apartments to rent on top of that hospital, I would have rented them just for the cafeteria.
that is nice.
The cafeteria was amazing. 1 o'clock in the morning. He comes back from surgery at 10 minutes to 12. The first question that I asked the doctor after he told me everything that was going on was, can he eat? Because he hasn't had a meal since Tuesday. And he said, if he is not nauseated and he wants to eat, get him anything he wants. So I go wandering down to the cafeteria at 1 o'clock in the morning in my slippers, because I didn't put my shoes back on. And I order him a handmade double burger with hand-cut French fries. The cafeteria in there is absolutely amazing. I got sushi. Sushi! Cooked sushi. I'm not getting raw sushi from a hospital, but if you name it, they had brisket sandwiches and hot turkey sandwiches where they were carving a whole turkey. I was just like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
The whole experience was fantastic until it wasn't. And you guys will not believe how quickly, I'm just going to say it, the shit switched. We went within a matter of 2 hours of being told after the physical therapy girl came in and checked me over.
And she said, oh, you're doing great. You'll probably be going home tomorrow. You'll be going, everything was tomorrow.
And then less than 2 hours later, another girl came back in and says, well, how do you feel about going home today? I said, I don't feel ready whatsoever. We're 14 hours post-surgery. Still groggy a little bit, What do you mean go home today? I'm like, no. I said, we just talked about this. We were talking about
Tons
me doing
of vegetarian food.
Yeah, we talked about me doing exercises today, relaxing, working on it, whatever, taking it easy, and then preparing to go home tomorrow. I'm not ready to go home. It didn't matter that I wasn't ready. It didn't matter that I didn't want to go. It didn't matter that I basically refused to go. I got thrown out of the fucking hospital after 14 hours after brain surgery. They told us that the major pain can occur up to 72 hours after the surgery. So why are you kicking me out? And then they did not even come close to adequately managing my pain. And you need to do something with that fucking dog.
I will. Calm down.
Well, it's always her. Always her.
Is she outside?
Yes.
Why is she outside?
Because what's her name showed up. And then and this guy.
That's why
Bird
she's
and
barking.
Jesus just showed up. Yeah, they had vegan food, vegetarian food.
They had a ton of vegan and vegetarian food.
They did send me home way too soon.
Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. I want to apologize for calling during the stream.
It didn't matter because we had to restart it.
Oh, because of me?
It was whack. No, it
Oh,
just wasn't
okay.
working right. But yeah, they just pissed me off by doing that. And like I said, there was nothing changing their mind about me going home. So instead of staying, getting a nice night's rest, relax, plan for the next day, boom, they're throwing me out.
Yeah. How fast can you get here?
Yeah, Carl wasn't even there. We didn't even have a ride. We had to wait for Carl to get there to pick me up. It was just ridiculous. And like the only thing that changed was the fact that
Your
they said
insurance.
that my insurance wasn't going to cover any more physical therapy because according to her, I was 100%. One person's opinion, I was 100%, even though I told her I still feel the effects of the anesthesia. What the F is going on here? You know, something obviously
there
was
was
made.
there was, and I'm going to throw that out there, there was no medical reason to keep
No.
him. I'm like, except for the fact that he just had brain surgery. Could that be a medical reason?
Nah.
It's just mind-boggling to think that they would do that. There was another point I was going to make here, and I lost my train of thought. Oh, the inadequate managing of the pain. I had to ask, and they knew that I got my regular meds that I've been on for many, 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 many years, but they didn't even adequately provide me with what I'm normally given through the pain clinic that I deal with on a monthly basis.
Oh, did you want that? Okay, and then 2 hours later, oh yeah, we got to get that to you. It's
Yeah,
like,
dicking around and waiting.
um,
Hurry up and wait some more. I mean, I was waiting 1 or 2 hours to get a frickin' pill, and then a couple times they showed up with not ibuprofen, Motrin, or whatever. It wasn't anything that I take on a normal basis. I was like, what the hell is this? This ain't gonna do nothing for me. I'm used to taking, X, Y, Z. It's just,
well, the Motrin does get rid of swelling,
well,
so
it
that's
helps,
what
yes,
they were
but everything
saying.
was appreciated, but man, did they just mismanage my pain level, big time.
Catitude, the surgeon said, and I'm going to quote exactly what he said, mostly all of it. I never, ever, ever say that I got all of it. But he said surgery went really, really well. He was very pleased.
Yes, it is, Rodney. It's horrible the way they treat people, and just to be to go from being told I was going to be there all night to less than 2 hours later being sent home. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I
You
was going to
know?
leave that. I had spent the night and I was going to leave late that afternoon, let him get some rest, you know, and be
Just
taken
take it
care
easy.
of, get home, get some stuff done at the house, and then come back to pick him up Saturday morning. And here we go.
Yeah, I'm sitting there trying to plan out so I can drive there, pick you up, avoid rush hour, and then when we come home, avoid rush hour. And all of a sudden, you're just like, how fast can you get here?
And it's not a short trip. It's an hour and a half roughly on a good day to get there one way, which, the distance is not a big deal. The hospital, the recommend,
The
the
hospital's
reputation, yeah,
fantastic.
the hospital, the surgeons, all that, their reputation's well worth driving an hour and a half.
The guy that did his surgery is the head of neurosurgery at Butterworth Hospital. And he did his fellowship at Sloan Kettering. And if you know anything about Sloan Kettering in New York, they are one of the highest rated cancer hospitals in the world. So, I mean, this guy, I, he knew what he was doing. I knew he was in good hand.
Did you make it, Lynn? Miss She Digs? I tried to get on here earlier so it wouldn't be so late for you.
Yeah. But yeah, typical insurance company. Oh, you're fine. You can go home now. No.
Yeah, what if I would have, like I told him, what if I have complications after you send me home?
Oh, we're gonna give you a phone number to call.
Yeah, and they also said that they would adequately manage any breakthrough pain that I get. They didn't give me nothing to go home with. Nothing extra.
I thought
It's
they
like-
finally did.
They gave me 1 shot of morphine while I was there and 2 doses of morphine while I was there. That was it. They didn't give me nothing to take home. And then the pain pills they gave me was only half of what I'm prescribed per day.
Yep.
So what they gave me as far as morphine barely made up for what I wasn't getting in my normal prescription. So, but yeah, I wish I had more money, guys. I really do. I'd seriously consider a lawyer because I was treated like shit. And it went from great to bad in 2 hours. That's most bizarre part of it. I couldn't believe I thought I was being treated fantastic.
I didn't like that last nurse you had.
No, that's
I
true.
did not care for her at all. It's like, yeah, I know
The
you're having a
younger
rough.
chick, the younger chick that had a rough day,
Yeah.
was complaining about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's great they're having a rough day. You're working the oncology department of a floor where people are being, prepping for surgery and being brought back from surgery. So,
And possibly not making it to
Yeah.
or even
yeah.
or through surgeries. So yeah, you're having a bad day.
But I wanted to also let you guys know today's been a great day because yesterday was rough. We had to try to work on Tracy's car. Finally got the money to get the tires. Bless Chuck and Vicky for buying the tires for Tracy's car. Still have a broken down dryer, but that should be fixed tomorrow, hopefully.
His
But,
thought process is much, much
oh yeah,
clearer.
I can think straight. But
Yeah.
now
Yeah,
you
but
made
you
me
weren't
now
thinking
you
that
made
well
me
to
lose
begin
my
with.
train of thought. Oh, fixing Tracy's car, the lug nuts, a simple thing. It should have taken us what, 20 minutes to take 2 tires off, 4 tires off, and then put 2 back on the back, and then take the other 2 and go get them changed over. It took us 2 hours because of the lug nuts sucked, and I've got good tools. We had torches, we had impact, air impact, really good tools, and it was just, oh my God, so aggravating, and I couldn't do anything to help. So that didn't help me none. My stress level went through the freaking roof yesterday.
You were more management at that time. But you actually did a lot more than you should have.
He stood too long. If he would have been sitting, he would have been fine.
But we finally got the tires done. She's got 4 nice new tires on her car now.
2.
What time?
You still have 4 nice tires on your
Well,
car.
yeah, but not new tire. But yeah, I have 2 new ones on the front, and the ones on the front went on the back. So, hallelujah.
Finally. It's not often that we have 4 nice tires on anything anymore.
Sometime today, text me the address where we're going tomorrow.
I don't know. He's got it.
Oh, okay. I thought you would be taking care of that.
And I'm so fortunate, guys. They did not, and I think they gave me the option of not shaving my head, if I remember.
They did, because he said, "Do you have to shave my own head?" And they went, "Not if you don't want us to." All right.
All right, because man, you want to try to feel as normal as you can, anyways. I mean, it looks god awful, horrible, scary, but at least I don't got it. When I look in the mirror, I don't see it. I can't see it, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I've been sleeping okay. Not fantastic, but it could have been worse.
Gizmo looks like he's feeling way better.
Oh, Gizmos. See the bouncy, the bouncy jaunt,
Yeah,
jaunty little bounce that
I
he's
don't know
got.
if we even talked to you guys about Gizmo. We were just having troubles everywhere we turned.
Yeah.
Gizmo had something going on where you could barely even touch him. He would yelp. So he
Yeah.
must have pulled a muscle because now he's bouncing around and he's doing all right.
Yep. I took him to the vet with us yesterday, and she checked him over, and she said nothing was broken. She didn't feel any problem bone-wise or anything, so she said he probably just had some kind of a sprain. But then, we were both. Mike was gone from Tuesday through Friday night, and then I was gone, all day, and then all day, all night, and all day again. So they were not pleased. They were very upset.
Sure. What can't you see, Sue? I missed something. Or Megadesi. Or Sue. Yeah.
Oh, his scar. You can't see it from there? No.
Oh.
No.
If anybody wants to see my scar, raise your hand.
I've seen enough of it.
I've seen it, touched it, cleaned it.
Ooh.
Gizmo.
It's not a big deal. It's
How sensitive is it?
not.
It's not too bad now.
No. Remember, it's just
Gizmo.
all it is a thin layer of skin over your scalp. It's
Gizmo!
Not,
Hey!
Get over here.
it's not,
Gizmo, come here.
Hi, Chihuahua, stubborn.
I'll get him.
Okay.
Take the camera and see if we can
Follow
if we
Morris.
can see it.
Morris is following.
Tell me
you.
if you can see it wherever I go.
Hold on. It's catching up. Takes a few seconds.
You gotta squat down and look up.
Yeah,
Try that right now.
you're gonna have to. No, you still can't see it from there. You gotta. It's catching up. There's a little bit of a lag. Okay, go towards that way a little bit. If you guys can see that, it is looking good, actually. Yes, it does look like he's got a zipper in the back of his. It would have been handy if they installed that in case, you know.
Would have been more cool if it was closer to Halloween too.
Yeah, 2 bolts in his neck. Oh, I am missing. I would love to dress up as the Bride of Frankenstein. Oh,
But then
I would
again,
love it.
weather-wise, this could not have happened at a better time because we don't got to worry about keeping the house warm. We don't got to worry about freezing pipes. We don't got to worry about leaving the house.
It was all right though, because the guys at work told me that if I needed to go get propane, they would bring the truck home and they would help me go get propane. So
Yes, it's good timing weather-wise to deal with something like this.
yeah, get a zipper tattooed.
That's pretty though, ain't it?
It's gorgeous. Mm.
No, I did not use this to bring Gizmo back.
He would have bitten your hand off. Gizmo tried to bite the hand off of the doctor yesterday.
Yeah.
She went to look in his mouth and he was like, "Rah!" And she was like, okay, I guess we're not going to look in his mouth. They had to muzzle him. It was hilarious. The muzzle was like an inch long and about an inch around.
Wish you guys could see what a good girl Angel is. Angel just chilling right here with us.
Yep, not going anywhere. She's a good girl.
She seems to like gotten over missing her daddy. She's not going over there and moping at the door anymore.
Boy, did she give us what for when we came home, though, after we were both gone for the night. That's the first time the animals have ever spent the night without at least one of us there.
You know,
They didn't care when I stopped in to check on them.
If it would have been me or Mike, they would have.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, it's...
yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to probably keep the sun off it.
Yeah, muzzle on Gizmo, hilarious.
Anybody got any other questions? Any medical type questions that we may or may not be able to answer?
Yeah, because if you're wondering what what his symptoms were, it was 1,000 different odd little things that you wouldn't have even connected together, much less said, "Oh yeah, that's a brain tumor."
Yeah, it was bizarre. I had, well, the first thing was my moods. I was never really in a good mood anymore, but I was dealing with Art for almost 2 years of stress. That man put so much stress on me, trying to keep him happy, keep him fed, keep him out of trouble, keep him from hurt, whatever, you just name it. But my focus ended up being on him and my pets and stuff like that, so I didn't pay a lot of attention to what was going on with me all that much.
Well, like I said though, it was so many weird, goofy little things that you didn't even connect them together, much less say, "Oh, this is all pointing to
Yeah,
this."
if I was like really tired, but that wasn't unusual. I just turned 59. That happens. You're gonna get tired. So didn't really pay much attention to being tired. Also was starting to think that the mold and crap in Art's house was maybe affecting me a little bit, dragging me down. So
Also, sleep issues. He would go to sleep, but then he would wake up after just a few hours and not be able to
Yeah.
fall back asleep.
it's just like
Weird smells. He was smelling weird things. He was getting weak, tingly in his arm, but then again, he thought that was from his...
yeah, all the problems. Oh my God, you guys, all the problems that I've had with my hands falling asleep and my elbows. My elbows still hurt and stuff, so there's no doubt about that. But since they figured out all this was going on, my hands aren't falling asleep like a tenth of the time that they were before. I was waking up every night, 2 or 3 times a night, with one or both hands asleep, my arms asleep, all this crap. Well, guess what? It's not doing that now. I still have weakness and pain in my elbows, but the tingling is gone, more or less. So that's bizarre.
It's amazing how much it affected. It really is.
But yeah, I could not take my right finger and touch the tip of my nose without missing my nose.
Yeah, because they were like, touch your nose and touch my finger and touch your nose and touch my finger. And he'd do it with his left hand and he was perfectly fine. Then he'd try with his left hand and it was, and then
I mean,
he'd
his
have to
right
like,
hand.
he'd like have to stop and think and be like, oh yeah. And then he'd try to reach for their finger and his hand would be over here. And I'm just sitting there going, okay, this isn't good.
And I knew I'd go into the bathroom to brush my teeth. I'd walk into the bathroom, flip the light
Carl.
on, and I'd stand there and go,
Go get Ozzy.
why am I here?
Where's Ozzy? I don't see him.
He's all the way down around the curve.
Ozzy!
Go get his butt back here.
Ozzy!
It's exactly why we don't want to let him out.
Ozzy! He ain't coming to me. He runs from me.
Well, any smart person would.
Ozzy!
Sorry about that, guys.
Be right back. We have a little bit of an Oswald emergency.
But I'd walk in the bathroom to brush my teeth, turn the light on, and I would stand there and go, oh, okay, toothbrush. Oh, I would reach and grab my freaking comb, knowing I went in there to brush my teeth. It was just little bizarre things. And then I would grab the toothpaste and then the comb again or whatever. It was just weird. Stupid cat. He usually does not run away like that. Yeah, there's been lots of little things that were off, but wasn't severely off. It wasn't alarmingly off until Monday night or whatever when we went to the emergency room. Sorry guys, this cat threw us through a loop and we don't trust this asshole neighbor of ours, but one thing, if he was to do something now to us, knowing what we have going on, he would be labeled the biggest piece of shit in Mecosta County and probably be easily ridden right out of town if he does something. Who's that? The other cat.
That's Morris over there.
Why did you let Ozzy?
We got cat troubles. Thanks, Cherie. I don't know if it's better for you to go over there or not. You're drawing attention to him now.
I'm gonna stay in her chair so she gets back.
They've been off Lou for a lot longer than I thought, now that we're aware of things. But the serious symptoms have only been about a week. A week from, is today Tuesday?
Today's Monday, I
Monday?
believe. Yeah. No, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday.
A week from yesterday is when it got bad. That's what we'll find out tomorrow, Catitude. But like he said, it didn't matter whether it is or not. It had to go. And absolutely it did, because it was pushing on.
Well, what difference is
something.
it going to make now?
Well, what they're doing, we didn't even get into all that. I have 3 different medications. Excuse me, I'm taking a steroid. It's a tiny little steroid pill twice a day. And then there's 2 other pills, 500 milligrams each. Those are twice a day. And then there's another pill that's once a day. And they're supposed to help shrink it or maintain it from growing for now. I still got a whole bunch of them to go, so I don't know. I wish I had a better voice too, guys. Apparently the tube down my throat really wrecked my throat. It hasn't gotten any better yet. That's funny, Sue. Might not be a senior moment, though. We're actually thinking these things could have been off for a year, up to a year. It's hard to say because It seems like I had a personality change because nothing made me happy. I mean, there was barely anything that made me smile. I was negative about everything. I could hear it all the time when I was talking about stuff with Carl. I know Carl noticed it. And it was just like I was always pointing out negative stuff. And I don't feel, even with what's going on now, I don't feel that negative. I'm obviously not happy, but
Yeah, and it's like the positive came back, the smart ass came back. As we were leaving the hospital, he had to go on this big ramp. As soon as we hit the ramp, Mike's like, okay, let go. And the nurse wouldn't do it.
yeah, she wouldn't let go of my wheelchair. Let me
He.
go freewheeling. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
I asked if I could push. I was started running.
Did Ozzy keep going that way? Or
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
He's picking his way along the river that way. I hope he comes home. Because I can't go after him.
I know it. Ozzy!
Come back when it's dark.
Ozzy! A lot of times he'll come running when I call him, but
Just... Once we get him in the house, he is not to come back outside. He cannot be trusted.
I was very depressed attitude. It was really hard. And a lot of it had to do with art too. It was really hard to find anything positive because every day was a negative, a negative, a negative. And Art was like one of the most negative people you would have ever met in your life. He was just a Debbie Downer. That's the best way to put it.
And that was the thing. I thought, it was just stress and anxiety
Rubbing
and
off?
depression.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know what? You need to go talk to somebody. You need to
Yeah,
get...
we had actually reached that point before any of these symptoms showed up that like maybe I need to go to talk to somebody. Not that I would have, but we were talking about it at least. We got that far.
Yeah, I was like, you need to get on an antidepressant. Well, an antidepressant would not have helped.
But just things still taste kind of funny. Like my coffee doesn't taste as good as it used to, and things just taste a little funny, but I can live with that.
The first... After the first night that he spent when I came back the next day, we are literally getting in the car.
No, we were backing up.
down the driveway, and I get a text that says, "Bring me coffee." And I'm like, okay, so we'll stop and get him a cup of coffee. And then the next text comes, "From home." I'm like, okay, stop the car. I have to go back in the house
And I'm like, what are you
and
doing?
make a pot of coffee for him.
Seriously, you're making him a pot of coffee.
Yeah, and
But
then I had to smuggle it in like it was contraband.
it was.
Well, yeah, it was.
Kind of was, but
Because
yeah.
they were like, well, you might be having surgery tonight. And Mike's like, I ain't having surgery tonight. I don't know what the hell you're talking
No,
about.
I'm not having surgery. I'm having coffee.
Well, he wouldn't have had the surgery. I mean, to walk in and then have him get prepped for surgery in 2 hours, yeah, I don't think so. It's like, hey, this is something we have to just
Ease into a little, at
roll
least a
it
little
back
bit.
just a little. I was really surprised, though. I mean, they took him into surgery. Of course, we were sitting for 2 hours in pre-op because when they took him in, they were going to get him right in, and then the doctor had an emergency that he had to attend to before getting to him. But I was talking to the girl in the waiting room, and when you go in there, you tell her the patient, and she gives you a number, and all they display on the board is the patient number, and it'll say pre-op, in surgery, finishing surgery, in recovery, and that way it keeps you, keeps track of it. And I'm looking at all the surgeries on the board, and I'm like, huh. And she goes, oh yeah, they've got surgery scheduled here through 12:30 tonight. And I'm like, really? She's like, oh yeah. She's like, they will operate whenever they can, whenever there's an operating room available. And I'm like, wow, we're just really used to, all the surgeries get done in the morning. And she's like, yeah, they don't do that anymore. Well, okie dokie.
It's a freaking assembly line kind of thing, apparently.
They had a lot of neurosurgeries, though. A lot of neurosurgeries that day. Not all by the same surgeon, of course, but...
Yeah, they were so swamped that night that they were whining about how swamped they were, that they had 9 emergencies in a row. Or
Yeah, I mean, it
something?
was like literally they were taking one down to pre-op and picking one up from recovery and then taking another one down, and it was just constant all night
Like
long.
I want to say some of it was accidents,
Yeah, some of
car
it.
accidents or something.
Yeah, some of it was brought in emergency wise, but it was just.
And then you got your
It was a full moon though.
Arrow. Yeah, there was. That's right. And Aeromed. You know the medical.
Oh yeah,
Life
medical
flight.
yeah.
yeah,
The
life
helicopter
flight.
was taken off when we were walking in.
That thing is crazy badass. If you've ever,
Old
I
dogs
wasn't
here.
around it, but
Old dogs here.
hey man, how's it going?
Yeah, it was.
Thanks for stopping in.
It was bizarre, and it was. It all happened so fast that you don't even you can't even wrap your head around what's going on. And I mean, he was terrified that he wasn't going to make it through the surgery. So the whole time he's in surgery, I'm just pacing in a circle and ugly crying in the waiting room. And I mean, they took him in at 10 minutes to 10, and at quarter after 11, the doctor, one of the doctors comes out and he's like, "Who's here for?" And I said, "That would be me." And he's like, "Okay." He goes, "Doctor's going to come to talk to you in just a few minutes." And I was like, "What?"
Really? Wow.
And I mean, I whipped my head around. I look and it said finishing surgery. And I was like, and I'm like, "Oh God, oh God, something." I was like, "That's too quick. That's too quick." And then the doctor's like, "Everything went great."
Hey
Everything.
Sarge, thanks for coming.
And they did. And they get him back to his room at 10 minutes to 12. He gets in complaining about the catheter like you wouldn't believe.
Who?
You.
Oh yeah.
He was whining so much that they took the freaking catheter. The nurses were like, "Fine, we're going to take the catheter out, whatever." And, she's here to help you, so you're not going to be getting up by yourself. And so go down, get him something to eat. We're watching TV, we're talking, we're relaxed. It's like, okay, he's through surgery. First hurdle's over. Finally settle down, shut the TV off. We're both going to get some sleep. 2 o'clock in the morning, they walk in to do an MRI. And it's like, oh my God.
And one of the other nights too, the second to the last night, there was no one in the people that were in the room with me. They
Yeah, that
got
was
moved
Wednesday
out.
night.
The bed had not been made by like 10:30 at night. It was a mess. I'm like, all right, cool. Room to myself tonight. 11 o'clock rolls around. Nurse comes in, flips on all the freaking lights, starts making up the bed, and I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna bring somebody in.
Now they had to because they were so
Swamped.
damn
But still,
busy.
it
Yeah.
But
you're all set. I was set. I was like 3/4 asleep. Also, now here comes the nurse, does all that crap, and then 10 minutes after that, boom, all the lights come on again, bringing in a patient. Got a nurse and a guy nurse and a female nurse, yapping, not even trying to be quiet. And it's like, are you fucking kidding? Sorry, are you kidding me? I was just about asleep, and now I got to deal with this crap, and all the lights are on. It just pissed me. And the guy was loud. He had one of them voices that carries.
the first guy that was in there with Mike, though, oh my Lord. I was like, I leaned over to Mike and I'm like, 6 months from now, this guy's going to be right back where he is. Sitting there telling him,
What in the hell was that?
what did you see?
It just flew like a fairy.
Oh,
It just flew
okay.
straight up and down. It was like vertical,
Huh.
and it just cruised right across.
I did not see it.
It might have been a hummingbird, but it was
I
wow.
didn't see it
That
either.
was wild.
I
Go
was
on,
waiting for
go
you
on.
guys so I can.
But yeah, the guy that was in there had a stroke. And he's sitting there and was it his wife?
I think so.
You're going to have to quit smoking. You're going to have to quit drinking. Well, I don't know why I got to quit smoking. I don't know what smoking
Smoking
has
got
to do with
it.
it. Was just having a stroke. I'm like, I leaned over. I'm like, do I need to get this guy 75 years of medical literature?
I know it. I couldn't believe that guy said that. I don't understand what smoking's got to do with a stroke.
Smoking's got to do with your lungs. It doesn't have anything to do with your brain. And I'm like, not yours, clearly.
Now, the one thing I have to say, Mike had the surgery, and
Sue, I know. I've had that happen.
Tracy put out a mass text message telling everyone that he's out and everything's good. But it's midnight. I'm kind of solar. Sun goes down, usually I do too. So she called me, woke me up, and gave me the good news. And I'm
Yep.
very happy that she did.
Of course I did.
Thank you.
Of course. I'm like, I'll bet you any money Carl didn't see that text. Bet you he didn't see it. I better call him because if I don't, and he wakes up in the morning and he hasn't heard, he's gonna freak out.
Yeah.
Damn, guys, there's no way the camera picked up what I just watched. That was
I
wild.
wish I'd seen that.
If you've ever seen a video clip from England, it was this guy and his two daughters, and they saw this little fairy thing
Can you go get Gypsy?
in a tree, and
Gypsy!
it flew straight up.
I don't know how she
And
is
just
with
went
me.
Oh,
I'll
she's
try.
fine.
straight
She likes
across.
everybody.
Yeah,
That's what this thing did. It came right across here and went right across there. Wow.
I'll get between her and them.
These cats are gonna drive us nuts. And it sucks it's gonna stay daylight so late tonight with Ozzy out here somewhere.
Like I said, he's picking his way across, but he's staying down by the river, so.
Well, usually he's really good about coming when you call him.
Yeah, but it's a nice day. He's a dumbass.
That he is.
Didn't you hear what I said? I was like, Ozzy, get back here. I don't need somebody down. I don't need you down here where people kill cats.
Yeah, that was bizarre. God. I got my other camera sitting right there. Why didn't I think to grab it?
Yeah, drinking and smoking is a problem. Sorry. And I mean, we smoked. We knew it was a problem, but it was like, yeah, yeah. But
She's back over here.
good, as long as she's this way.
Yeah.
I still can't believe I quit smoking, guys. It's almost
It's been a year.
been a year, pretty darn close.
I'm like 2 weeks shy of a year. But yeah, it's just, just listening to that guy, I was like, uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, Cherie. The number of animals around here, I'm still trying to learn their names. How long have I lived here?
And they swapped some other guy in the room. He's about 10 years older than me, approximately.
Oh, Lord.
He was a nice guy, but he also got drug in the middle of the night, woke me up and all that crap. And I was not holding back any F-bombs. What the fuck? I said, I was just about fucking asleep. This is bullshit. You know? I was not pleasant. Well, he actually apologized. I said, well, dude, it's not you. You know, they don't know. You don't know, they don't know, but still, it ain't right to do that to somebody. I said, I am going in for freaking surgery in the morning, and you're going to do this shit to me, you know? Or had I had surgery? No, I was going in.
Yeah, you were going in that the following night.
You know,
Yeah, but it just, oh, but that guy, when I went back, when he was in recovery, I had to run up to his old room and transfer everything into the new room because when you come back from surgery, they put you in a private room so that nobody's bothering you.
that was nice.
So they stick him in this private room while all the stuff was still in the old room. I go in there. That dude had every light in the room on, including Mike's lights. The TV was blaring on basketball, which Mike would not have been happy about. And he's just sitting there and he's...
Oh, so the favorite roommate.
yeah, making the
Yeah.
old man noises. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Seriously.
dude. He did ask about you, though.
Did he?
Is his surgery all done? I said his surgery is done and he's coming back up shortly. He's, oh, good.
He was a nice enough, like I said,
He was nice, but he was loud.
but he just got thrown in that position of being the bad guy,
Oh, it probably happened to him, too, after we got him out of his room.
you know?
Probably exact same thing happened to him.
Yeah, Mike, I'm kind of reading over your shoulder here.
Yeah, I would think that they would want to. I would think that they would want, you know, the guy that's going in for brain surgery to get a good night's sleep, but they're really not.
No, Leanne, you're correct. It was at least a day too soon they sent me home.
Oh, at least. I mean, and yes, okay, I get it. There's nothing that's, you know, only your incision's going to be painful. Your brain does not feel pain. So, it's not like you just had your gut cut open and you can't walk and you can't do anything. I get that, but for God's sake, it was brain
There's still a
surgery.
fall factor, a trip hazard, especially when you got
Fall
all
hazard.
these animals,
Oh yeah. You don't have that many animals in your house. I mean, come on.
But the thing that's great is his sense of balance is very much back.
It was always very good previous.
Yeah, he was never, he's never been the slightest bit clumsy, and he was starting to get clumsy. He was starting to get like me, where you just trip over nothing. See, I'll never know because I trip over nothing as I'm just.
Ants.
Now,
I've watched her trip over an ant on the kitchen floor.
how often do you trip? Seriously, How often do you guys trip over the animals?
Almost never, because I walk looking down constantly.
Uh-oh, did we go bye-bye? My chat disappeared.
Mine's fine.
You're still good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and it's just I look. I get my gracefulness from my mother. I come about it honestly. My mother is a klutz, and she transferred that gene to me. I too am a klutz. I admit that. I'm not a graceful person.
Oh, I do have some audio stuff to share with you guys. I just haven't been, excuse me, doing anything with it. I heard things last night, nothing really crazy, but I did hear some things. I listened till almost 12:30 last night,
Yeah, sorry about that.
trying to get my sleep on schedule. I figured if I make myself stay up listening till 12:30 or so, then I'll actually sleep at night when I'm supposed to be sleeping, and it actually worked last night. So, but
Well,
I've
he's
heard.
on he's on muscle relaxers, and he's on steroids, and he's on the heartburn meds to keep the steroids from making
Yeah.
his stomach upset. So he should be sleeping decently.
But I heard a couple weird things last night. Nothing fantastic that's gonna make you like, oh my god, what was that? But really weird dog sounds I've never heard before.
And we really think that the owl is nesting someplace quite close.
You know.
We're hearing the owl very close to the house.
But yes, I have heard some things. I just got to get it together. Now I've also got my trail camera has been recording every day since the beginning of March. I think it was end of April or
Oh, jeez.
February. It was taking 10 pictures a day
Yeah.
from the end of February, beginning of March. And I finally shut it off today. So everything that you see green across the river,
Well, it's not green
from,
yet.
It went all the way from snow
To
to flooding
to the river
to-
going like this
Yeah.
and then like this.
Well, I probably got 20 minutes of time lapse that lasts probably 2 months, I want to say.
Yep. Yeah, it's so
You
beautifully.
should let it go for another week or two.
It's so
Let it finish
beautifully
greening
green
up.
over there.
Yeah, it's enough. It's too
Gorgeous.
much. Nobody's going to watch 20 minutes of time lapse. It's boring. Boring as hell.
No, it's not. I love time lapse stuff.
So we'll see.
I love time lapse
But
stuff.
I think we're going to get off of here now.
Eat some dinner.
Time to eat. I'm very hungry.
Oh yeah, you'd figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner. Shh, shut up.
Ah, there's my chat.
Do you want a couple brats?
Oh,
I've got some loaded mac and cheese brats. I'm only going to use 2.
We're going to do what we can to try to be as normal as possible for now.
Yes, exactly.
Tomorrow,
oh, so I can go back to picking on you.
tomorrow will tell us everything what they want to do.
I gotta go. It's time for Annex's insulin. Talk to you later, guys.
Yeah, Tracy says bye, guys. Onyx's 6 o'clock shot is due.
You guys are lucky. I trip over my cats a couple times a week. They love getting like right behind me when I'm standing at the stove cooking breakfast.
Of course.
And it's like, come on. Stay in her chair.
So we shall see what tomorrow holds. Good or bad, I will do an update tomorrow after we get back from the doctors and let you know what their plan is. I had mixed feelings about sharing any of this with anybody, but I didn't want to just disappear on you guys either, because y'all are real close to us now. You matter a lot. So we will be back with an update tomorrow.
Sorry about not getting the wood to you. I'm still cutting grass today. It's
Are
like
you?
all of
You
a
got
sudden,
more? got more to do.
Yeah, people are like, "Hey, can you cut my grass today? Can you cut my grass today?" And two of the lawns are way too long. Paul's not here, so I really can't
Yeah.
hold it against him. And
That's true.
I I didn't realize he was gone, or else I would have been watching it. But then again, dealing with you, I ain't thinking about grass.
That's true too. So, but all right, guys, thanks for hanging out for this hour or so with us, and we will talk at you all tomorrow. Oh, now how do you end this crazy thing?
Well, that's not the one you worry about. It's that one. What are you trying to do?
Shut it off.
Just exit it.
Got it. Did you see Trump got found guilty
Yeah,
again?
yeah.
Couldn't have happened to a bigger piece of shit.
I think you're still streaming up there.
Yep, you're right. I forgot. Wrong phone. Or I turned off the wrong.